I wanted a dog. And I started looking at how much dogs cost. And I was like, wow, dogs are a lot. I started to look at, like, do I have the space to house a dog? How much do I want a dog? How much do I really want this dog? I had a buddy, he had a really nice dog that had puppies. And he sold it to me. And I was like, hey, how many puppies did you guys have? He said, 11. I did the math real quick. I said, how often do these dogs have litters? Twice a year. And I was just going. So I bought the dog. I made sure I bought a female. And from there, my buddy, he had a male. And then we somehow got another female. And now we started running dogs biannually. So we have 2 females biannually in 3 yards. So I had a yard in San Diego. I employed my parents to hold a yard for me in Fresno. And then we had a yard in Orange County. So we did it in stages, and we were selling our dogs anywhere between $500 and $2,000, having heats of 10 and up biannually, and we're 21 years old. So I remember the first time my mom came and she said something to me. I was like, oh, I don't need anything, Mom. And I had a wad of money like this, and I reached in and handed it to her with my gold watch on my wrist, and I handed her a wad of money in a rubber band. I had my dad his own wad. And they were like, how did you get this? And I said, I've been selling puppies. Meanwhile, I worked with kids and went to college. And so it worked out perfect because it wasn't conventional. I was there to work early and open up the school before they started school. And I came back and worked after school with the kids. So it was perfect. I went to school, I worked, and I worked. And then I started adding more things. I worked at the gym, which I also made my own schedule based on sales. And so now I'm selling things. I couldn't have a traditional job. I'm not going to sit here and go, I'm going to trade time for money. No, I trade opportunity for money. And so the opportunity to meet you, sign you up to train with me and be paid by that was my opportunity for money. And then they incentivized you by saying, well, there's levels to the money. And knowing I was a level 1 trainer because I just started, this is how much it cost. I said, but I'm a great salesman. I could sell people this right here. He said, well, you can't do that because you're not that. I said, but I am that, and I believe I'm that. He said, well, if you can sell it, you can be it. And I started selling level 3 packages. And then I became quickly, in my second month, the top salesperson there, moving forward. And that's when I realized, oh, I really do know how to sell things to people. Ideas, concept, time, money. I can just sell things. Then I started working with disabled adults. A man found us when we were in college, and he dropped his business on us and said, hey, you 4, this is how the business works. I live out of town. You guys are going to run the San Diego business. He'll be the manager, one of my roommates, and then the other guys, you guys are all going to be workers. And what it was you had to take care of disabled adults, and every month they gave you an allotted amount of hours. It's like, this man has 200 hours for the month, this man has 50 hours for the month, this person has this many, this person has this many, this person has this many. So all while selling dogs, working at schools, working at the gym, we started taking care of disabled adults at the same time. And our job was to configure how we can manage all these hours into a pay period that would match. And he said, you can do it however you want, as long as all these people's needs are met. So we started then figuring out how to be paid for 24 hours in a day. So we were paid for 24 hours in a day while I had multiple other jobs and streams of revenue. I think I had 3 cars when I was 22. That was the beginning of entrepreneurship mindset. The first time I made $100,000, I was 25. And I drove a $105,000 car.
What car was it?
CLS 55 AMG.